Setting boundaries, the cornerstone of mental well-being. Boundaries are the limits and rules we set for ourselves in our relationships with others. They help us define what is acceptable and what is not, ensuring that our interactions are respectful and considerate. They are essential for protecting our mental health and well-being. Without boundaries, we risk becoming overwhelmed and losing our sense of self. Boundaries are like fences that protect our emotional energy and prevent us from feeling overwhelmed, taken advantage of, or disrespected. They act as a safeguard, allowing us to maintain our inner peace. Just as a physical fence defines the perimeter of your property, personal boundaries define where you end and others begin. This clarity helps in avoiding misunderstandings and conflicts. They are a way of communicating your needs and limits to others, letting them know what you will and will not tolerate. This communication is crucial for building trust and mutual respect in any relationship. Setting boundaries is not about being selfish or controlling. It's about recognizing your own worth and taking care of your emotional needs. It empowers you to prioritize your well-being without guilt. When you have healthy boundaries, you are better equipped to navigate the challenges of life and maintain strong, fulfilling relationships. These boundaries foster a sense of security and mutual respect, enhancing the quality of your connections. Failing to set boundaries can have significant negative consequences for our mental and emotional health. It can lead to a constant state of stress and anxiety, making it difficult to find peace and relaxation. Without clear boundaries, we become vulnerable to stress, burnout, and resentment. Our productivity and overall well-being can suffer greatly. We may find ourselves constantly saying yes to others, even when it comes at the expense of our own well-being. This can lead to a cycle of overcommitment and exhaustion. When we don't set boundaries, we allow others to dictate our time, energy, and emotions. This can make us feel like we have no control over our own lives. This can leave us feeling drained, overwhelmed, and resentful. Over time, this can severely impact our mental health and relationships. We may also struggle with feelings of guilt, obligation, and a lack of control over our own lives. These feelings can be paralyzing and prevent us from taking necessary actions. For example, imagine a coworker consistently asks you to help with their workload, even though it means staying late and neglecting your own tasks. This can create a toxic work environment. Without boundaries, you might feel obligated to help, leading to stress and frustration. It's crucial to recognize the importance of setting boundaries to protect your well-being. Setting boundaries can feel daunting, but it is a skill that can be learned and practiced. Start by identifying your limits and what you are and are not willing to tolerate. Communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively, using I statements to express your needs and feelings. At work, set boundaries by setting clear expectations for your time and availability. Let colleagues know when you are unavailable and politely decline requests that exceed your limits. With family, have open and honest conversations about your needs and expectations. In friendships, be clear about your boundaries regarding time, communication, and emotional support. Remember that setting boundaries is an ongoing process, and it's okay to adjust them as needed. Section 4. Guilt-free boundaries. You have the right to say no. One of the biggest challenges in setting boundaries is overcoming guilt. We often feel a sense of obligation to please others, which can make it difficult to say no. We may feel guilty saying no to others, especially those we care about. This guilt can stem from a fear of disappointing them or being perceived as selfish. However, it's important to remember that you have the right to protect your own well-being. Prioritizing your mental and emotional health is crucial. Remind yourself that setting boundaries is not selfish. It's a necessary part of self-care. By doing so, you are ensuring that you have the energy and capacity to be there for others. When you say yes to yourself, you are better equipped to show up fully for others in a way that is healthy and sustainable. This balance is key to maintaining healthy relationships. Practice saying no in a kind and assertive manner. It's possible to be firm while still being respectful and considerate. You don't need to provide elaborate excuses or justifications. A clear and concise response is often the best approach. A simple, "I'm sorry, I can't commit to that right now" is sufficient. Remember, your time and energy are valuable, and it's okay to prioritize them. Section 5. The empowering impact of setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and empowerment. It allows you to reclaim your time, energy, and emotional well-being. When you have healthy boundaries, you are better able to prioritize your own needs, reduce stress, and cultivate more fulfilling relationships. Remember that setting boundaries is a journey, not a destination. It takes time and practice to establish and maintain healthy boundaries. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. When you prioritize your well-being by setting boundaries, you create a ripple effect that positively impacts all areas of your life. You'll find yourself feeling more empowered, energized, and fulfilled.